So after a long wait of 23 years, justice has finally been served. Daniel Pearl, well, this is not just the name of a journalist, but it is a definition of heroism and bravery. A lot of Jewish people are feeling proud and strong today that finally the day has come where they get justice for Daniel Pearl. So let us discuss in simple words who Daniel Pearl is and why his name is again resurfacing all over the world. Well, Daniel Pearl, this person right here, was an American journalist who was widely recognized for his coverage of global conflicts and his dedication to uncovering truth, often in very dangerous regions. He reported from places like India, Afghanistan, and Pakistan, covering a variety of issues including terrorism, politics, and the aftermath of 9/11. And he was particularly respected for his work on terrorism and extremism, and a deep understanding of complex geopolitical issues in the Middle East and South Asia. Now what happened is that, as Pearl was a brave and committed journalist, he was determined to report the truth, even when faced with personal danger. He understood the dangers that came with working in conflict zones. However, despite the risks, he continued his work in these volatile regions. And his decision to pursue a story in Pakistan in early 2002 unfortunately became the last story of his life. In January 2002, Daniel Pearl was sent to Pakistan to investigate links between Pakistani terrorists and Reid, who is a British terrorist also known as the shoe bomber. But while in Karachi for an interview with a key figure related to the story, Pearl was kidnapped by a group of Islamist terrorists on January 23, 2002. For weeks, terrorists held him hostage, tortured him, and released several videos showing Pearl was chained and in distress, which obviously raised alarm worldwide. But tragically, after several weeks of negotiations, a video was released on February 21, 2002, showing Pearl's execution. He was literally recorded while being beheaded, and a videotape was sent to the American consulate in Karachi. It was a brutal, heart-wrenching act carried out by the terrorist group Al-Qaeda. And in the final moments of his life, he said, "My father's Jewish, my mother's Jewish, I'm Jewish. My family follows Judaism. Back in the town of Bnei Brak, there is a street named after my great-grandfather, Chaim Pearl, who was one of the founders of the town. Terrorists accused him of being an Israeli spy and sent the U.S. a list of demands if they wanted Pearl freed. But unfortunately, at that time, America could not do much to save Daniel Pearl because Pakistan, as you know, is known for hiding and giving shelter to terrorism. And Daniel Pearl's case was even special because he was Jewish, his wife was pregnant at that time, he was about to become a father soon, and he was in a country like Pakistan, which is one of the worst anti-Jewish countries. Now, after the brutal murder of Daniel Pearl, some terrorists were identified for his murder. For example, one is Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh, who was acquitted by the Pakistani court. And this news created chaos in the U.S. Daniel Pearl's family members were feeling betrayed by justice after this news. Another one is Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who is currently in America's Guantanamo jail and was also involved in the 9/11 attacks. And now there was another terrorist, Abdul Rauf Azza, who is still openly living in Pakistan like a celebrity. But now justice came to him, and he died brutally by Indian airstrikes. As you guys know, in today's time, India and Pakistan are literally in a heavy conflict zone, and India is completely dominating over Pakistan. They have launched Operation Sindoor against all the terrorist organizations sitting and operating from Pakistan. First, they do airstrikes, then drone attacks, and they're literally bombing the main Pakistani cities, and Pakistan has no idea what to do. And in these strikes, here you can see Abdul Rauf Azza is eliminated, and his face is beautifully damaged. Several Americans and Jewish community people are thanking India and Prime Minister Modi for bringing justice to an end. Here you can see Daniel Pearl's father's post where he basically wrote, "Thank you, India, for eliminating the terrorists who took my son's life." So this is a very heartwarming moment for all the American and Jewish people that finally, after a long wait, Daniel Pearl got justice. His commitment to journalism went beyond just seeking stories. It was about shedding light on issues that matter to the world, regardless of the risk involved. But still, the fight is long. Full justice is not delivered yet. But this is one step further in its process.